Here's a clever trick using arcs to cross fast current more easily. Let's explore SHARC.
This video sponsored by Esquif Canoes. Innovative designs, traditional shapes, a canoe for everyone.
In past videos, we've discussed carving using 2x4, eddy turns using arcs, and eddy turns using troughs. Now we're going to take it to the advanced level with eddy turns using SHARC. By taking full control of your arc, you will go further, faster, and with less effort in your eddy turns. Have we piqued your interest? Let's dive into it.
We were on a familiar river last season with a friend who was, in our mind, a very good and experienced boater. Trouble was we were able to complete a river crossing with ease while they were struggling. We shared the SHARC technique with them, after which they made the crossing with ease. We're going to focus on a strategy that builds momentum after an eddy exit. It's called SHARC, which stands for shorten the arc. The idea is to begin your entry into current with your canoe traveling an exaggerated long arc much wider than necessary. Then, once in the current, shorten the arc's path by tightening your turn. You will go further and faster compared to using the forward stroke. Moving from a long arc to a short arc will speed up your canoe without needing to add stronger forward strokes. This is one of the tricks that gives the impression of going magically fast in current. In a moment, we'll discuss the different ways of shortening your arc, but first, we'll take a look at the physics behind this cool technique.
Okay, just so you know, when I come up with a new paddling idea, I've just got to know the principle behind how it works. For SHARC, it's actually an example of the conservation of angular momentum. It sounds fancy, and in a way it is, but most of us have seen this effect in other sports. For example, a figure skater who spins with outstretched arms rotates slower than when they pull their arms inward to spin much faster. The outstretched arms have a large radius, and the compacted arms have a small radius. The same effect occurs with the canoe when traveling an arc, which is really just part of a circle. When the canoe travels around an arc, its speed will increase if the radius of the arc is decreased. If set up well, you can often double your speed, almost. Remember, we're always fighting friction. Suffice to say, we speed up, and it comes as a result of strategy, not brawn.
Let's look at the key steps of setting up a good SHARC and the different ways to tighten the arc. Your first goal is to establish a wide exiting arc from an eddy pool. This begins with a really good launch stroke. Launch strokes occur on the current line, separating the eddy wedge from the main current. The stroke's purpose is to thrust the canoe into current and set it up on an exaggerated long arc. Now, to get a boost forward in momentum, shorten the arc and aim toward your true destination.
There are 3 onside and offside strokes that are typically used for shortening the arc: the cut strokes, the draw strokes, and the SHARC strokes. The cut and cross-cut strokes are probably the most common strokes used by most paddlers to shorten an arc and tighten a turn. The key, of course, is that the stroke occurs after a long arc has been used to exit the eddy. The draw works almost as well as the cut. Your choice between these strokes may come down to stability. The draw helps stabilize the canoe at the expense of a bit more drag on the paddle. The best stroke of all is the SHARC stroke. This is the preferred stroke as it increases your speed with the least effort. When done well, this is the stroke that transforms difficult moves into easy ones.
The initial stern rudder is used to keep the bow pointed along the long arc as you glide across the current. As friction begins to slow the canoe, accelerate by slicing the blade forward into a bow cut. This shortens the arc and increases your momentum.
The cross shark stroke is very much like the onside stroke. The nice thing about it is that, as an offside stroke, you have the strength advantage of twisting your torso. The cross shark is also a blend of a rudder and a cut. Begin with a cross stern rudder, then slide the paddle alongside the canoe into a cross cut. The maneuver is often finished off with a cross forward stroke. SHARC's usefulness is that it easily increases hull speed without forward strokes. Plus, it plays a big role, especially when helpful waves are not available to assist a maneuver.
So next time you're crossing a fast current, try the speedy tool. Use SHARC. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out Westwood Outdoors for more paddling tips, courses, books, and videos.